Hi, from CodeTigers. Today, we will create a maze. In this game, you will create a maze and the user has to navigate through it. If you touch the boundary, then you should not be able to go any further. Let me show you what I created. In this game, the X point over here is the finish, and this is my sprite, and I have to navigate through the maze using the arrow keys. And if I touch the boundary, then I should not be able to go any further. Now we can break the creating of this program into few simple steps. First is to make the sprite move when the arrow keys is pressed. Second step is whenever the sprite is touching any obstacle, it should not go through it. Thirdly, we have to know the amount of time the user has taken to end the game. Let's get started. Now, after we create, this default screen appears. So first of all, we need to upload a backdrop. So you can either paint the backdrop for the maze or you can upload it from Google. It's really simple. You just have to open a new tab, type in maze, then go to images, and you can just save any image and then upload it. But I already have an image, so I'll drag it out, and here is my maze. But I cannot see my sprite. That's why I'll click on sprite and I'll drag out a when green flag, click on reduce its size. Then I'll go to looks and I'll drag out go to front layer. So my sprite goes in front of the maze and the maze goes in back of the sprite. Now I'll paint a new sprite. I'll change its color to be red and I'll draw a small cross like this, and I'll make it go over here. Now my cat is a bit too big to go through this maze. That's why I'll change its size to 20. I think 40 is also a bit too big. I'll change it to 20. Yes. So this is the start of the maze. After that, I'll go to control and I'll drag out a forever loop. Then I'll drag out four if then loop, sorry. Now I'll go to sensing and I'll drag out key space pressed. Later on, I'll change it to up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, and right. And after this, what we'll have to do is we need our sprite to go to this default position. That's why I'll drag out a go to block and I'll make my cross sprite also go to this position over here, which is go to 5 minus 156. Then whenever the up arrow key is pressed, it needs to go up. That's why I'll drag on the change y by 4. I'll drag out another. Oops, I chose change x by 4 block. And I'll drag out change y by 4 block. And for down arrow, I need to change it to minus 4. For left arrow, I'll change it to minus 4. And For the right arrow, I'll change it to 4. So this is the basic code for our sprite. Now, whenever we click on any of these keys, it moves forward, but still it can go through walls and it does not look as if the sprite is moving. For that, I'll go to looks and I'll put in a next costume in every if loop. Now, whenever we move, it looks like the sprite is running, but still it can go through walls. For that, we need to go to control and drag out another if loop in every one of these if loops. And now I'll go to sensing and drag out 4 touching colors. Now, after I have dragged out 4 of these touching colors, I'll change its color to be black. So whenever it touches this color, it has to go back to its original value. Not the starting point, but like if it is touching this color, then it has to go back to the center. So for that, we'll go to motion and drag out the change by -4, which would be the opposite of whatever values it is over here. And I'll change y by 4 over here because it is -4 in down arrow. I'll change x by 4 in left arrow, and I'll change x by -4 in the right arrow key. Let us see if this is working. Yes, it is stopping the sprite. But still, if I reach the end, it does not display a message. For that, I need to drag out another if-then block and place it at the end. Now I'll go to sensing and drag out a touching color block. And I'll choose this color. So whenever it is touching this color, it needs to say yay, and it has to stop all of this script. But we have not added a timer. For that, we'll go to variables and click on make a variable. Change its name to timer. So the timer by default displays on the left hand side. Now I'll set timer to 0 and I'll drag out a separate when green flag click block. Now forever, when I'll set timer to 0 and what this code is doing is that it forever executes this statement, which is wait 1 second and change timer by 1 until it reaches the end. Let us see if our timer is working first. Yes, it seems to be working. Perfect. With this, game is done. I hope you all had an amazing time here with me creating this game. I will see you all next week with another awesome game. Until then, goodbye and stay safe.